Yo, 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 yo. Big Kish back up in here. The numbers are in. The numbers are in. The numbers are in. This Party Next Door and Drake album is trash. It is trash. I done heard it from men and women. I know it was intended for the ladies. But they even saying it's trash. So yeah, we got a fantastic hip hop giving us the spiel on what's going on with this album. Cause I heard it was trash. You know what I'm saying? But I listened to a little bit of it. I told you I like this one song. It got a little background part to it. That's the only part I like. But the overall, the numbers in, he's not messing with Dot. You know what I'm saying? Closed casket. We about to get into this video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. I'm gonna leave a link in the description because y'all can watch it unfiltered and uninterrupted. Y'all know I like to talk. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Now, while Drake, OVO, and all of their fans may have thought they were so up when SSS for You dropped, what has now become clear is that as the streaming numbers are coming in for this record and we are seeing how this thing is performing, that despite people initially lining up to hear the return of Drake when this came out, a lot of those people listened just to see how bad this record would be, as they have not stuck around for repeat listens, because when it comes to how Drake's SSS for You album is performing, it is way below what anyone would have projected, and because of this, Drake, Party Next Door, and
before we get into my bad, y'all, I was supposed to start this off with these donations. Shout out to Jerlane Cruz. I appreciate your donation, Jerlane. We got 3 more, y'all. Stay tuned. Scotty Lancaster. I appreciate you, Scotty. Appreciate that, Scotty Lancaster. And Cheryl Kelly. Oh, we got Scotty Lancaster again. Bro, double shout out. And Shirley Kelly. Thank you, Shirley Kelly, so much. I appreciate y'all. Shirley, Jerlane, Scotty. Hey, look, I appreciate y'all a lot because the proceeds is going to something good. I got something in the works as far as the channel. And look, if y'all want to donate, I encourage y'all to donate right here at this Cash App right there. That way, you know, YouTube ain't getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, it's all going to the channel. But yeah, let's continue. Let's get it.
And everyone around them is spiraling because they never thought they would see a day where their music is doing so bad. And now, before we go any further into this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Just as I said in my last video, the Drake fans are still very mad at me because they don't want you to hear the truth I'm about to tell. So please be sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps.
Hey, Fantastic Hip Hop gonna tell us all. He gonna spill all the beans. And Drake fans don't like that. They mad.
Helps me out a ton, and it is more needed than ever. And so now when it comes to Drake and SSS for You, beyond hip-hop or anyone else's opinion for that matter, when it comes to the fall-off that we have seen in Drake's career and the shift that we have all been talking about that has been going on in hip-hop ever since Kendrick Lamar won the beef, there is no debating what's actually happening anymore because we now have numbers to truly see how this album from Drake is doing. And when it comes to those, they are genuinely just terrible because compared to every single Drake album since the last decade, this project didn't just have the worst first day streams by far with only a little over 56 million. But compared to the last Drake album, For All the Dogs, which had 108 million opening day streams, that's almost a 50% decrease in the amount of people who listen to this new album. And I mean, no matter what you try to say about this...
Hold on, what was the numbers on that decrease? That's a crazy decrease.
Listen to this new album. And I mean, no matter what you try to say streams, that's almost a 50% decrease in the amount of...
Almost a 50% decrease? Drake is spiraled out. He's spiraled out. He's done. He's finished.
People who listen to this new album. And I mean, no matter what you try to say about this, there's no way around the facts. This is just terrible. And what is so funny is that after Drake tried to use these same number games on his diss tracks to dismiss Kendrick from being on his level, and overall from trying to prevent himself from ever being rivaled by anyone, he has now lost this game so much because not just right now is Kendrick Lamar's music, which has been out for months, still outperforming all of the new songs from this Drake album, because when you look at Not Like Us and Luther, they are still comfortably doing better than this entire new album from Drake, and even with 21 new songs out from it, Luther is still projected to take that #1 spot on the charts over every single one of them, which between this being a Kendrick song, and of course because it's a melodic driven one that does such a better job at being an R&B song than anything on Drake's new record, it's really just so funny that this is the song specifically that is finally gonna become a...
Those are numbers, y'all. Look at the numbers, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Damn. One. Not like us. Luther. TV off. Squabble up. One. God dang. How could you hate on this? How could you hate on this?
#1 record right now when Drake is competing with it in so many different ways, and from this to the fact that with over double the catalog size and a new album out, Kendrick Lamar is still outstreaming Drake, and he is just breaking all of his records, which is gonna end up giving him the ultimate title you can get in this era, as Kendrick Lamar will be the first rapper to ever reach over 100 million monthly listeners. And just the fact that Kendrick has never compromised his integrity to do this, and he now has almost over 20 million more monthly listeners than Drake has ever had in his peak, I mean, that is just surreal. And whether you want to talk about quality, impact, or just resort to numbers, Kendrick is really the greatest in any way you want to put it. And to quote Kendrick Lamar in his Super Bowl performance, what this is all showing is that no matter how Drake and his people try to rig the...
Dot use his absence. There's power in absence. All them years we ain't see Dot and all of that, it's like, yo, everybody talking about, yeah, he wouldn't be where he was at if he wouldn't be here if he didn't diss Drake. No. His absence did it. All of that, like, you know what I'm saying? He formed a mystery about himself. His absence did it. You got Mr. Drake here. He filming himself playing with himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, where's the integrity in that? Let's get it.
Game. They just can't fake that influence. And now even if all of this makes Drake fans want to admit that Kendrick Lamar is winning too much and that nobody can compete with him off of the momentum of the Super Bowl, I mean, even beyond the current king of rap, this album is still flopping when you go down the list of top artists right now, as again, from big names who just dropped like Bad Bunny, who is still outstreaming Drake in total, to somebody like The Weeknd, who made sure to let the world know that his new album, Hurry Up Tomorrow, still had the biggest streaming debut of the year so far over Drake. And
I watched too many movies. I thought he was about to say, hurry up and buy.
Party's project, which once again is just showing how beyond Drake and Kendrick, Drake is losing to so many other artists right now who he tried to diss, and when you compare Hurry Up Tomorrow, which is an amazing record, to SS For You, I mean, it's no surprise why this thing outperformed Drake's, because in every single aspect possible, this R&B album is an early album of the year candidate. And now beyond really who are arguably the biggest artists out right now in not just Kendrick, but also Bad Bunny and The Weeknd, if we look down the list and really figure out how bad Drake is doing even more, his numbers are not just down for his own standards or when you compare them to the biggest stars out. But now so many other rappers and the recent work they have released has passed him by far, as compared to a record like Tyler the Creator's Chromacopia even. That record opened up with over 80 million streams on its first day, and with only 14 songs compared to Drake's 21, which makes a huge difference, as the whole idea behind making an album this long is to make sure those streaming numbers stay high up in the first place. And even despite how
Drake ain't messing with Tyler. Drake ain't messing with Tyler. Bar-wise, any of that. Dance-wise, none of that. Tyler is way too creative. No pun intended. He's way too creative. Your man Drizzy ain't messing with Tyler.
How now multiple West Coast rappers have Drake wiped down is from the quality to the impact, and again, the thing Drake has always claimed, which are the numbers. Even Tyler is winning against him in every single category now. Even beyond this, if we compare Drake to rappers who are decades into their careers like Eminem, his last album outperformed this Drake and Party record, and even funnier than this, and just putting into perspective how much of a low Drake has reached. If we compare this collab album to another collab in Vultures 1,
y'all know M gonna do them numbers regardless.
Which had no support from the industry and was actively being prevented from staying on the charts and performing well, that still ended up outperforming this record from Drake and Party, and it did so for multiple days. And so really just putting into perspective how bad this album is doing. As the second day streams for this record were even worse as they decreased and were now in the 30 millions, it is showing just how bad all of this is going, especially when you consider that a record like GNX actually increased in streams on day 2 and got over 74 million. And so overall, what we can see clearly is that Drake is no longer competing with the top rappers and artists in general. And even compared to legacy acts, no matter where they stand in the industry, he is not even outperforming them. And so overall, when you actually find albums that Drake can stand next to in terms of their performance, he is now off the A-list or any top list that you can put together of the biggest acts in music, because when you consider that the album already on day 2 is now doing this low, and Kendrick Lamar's old music is still outstreaming it with ease, because really, GNX currently, which is so deep into its release, is still doing more than this. All in all, in a music...
Damn. Come on, man. Yeah, you definitely ain't messing with no GNX. You definitely ain't. Look, yeah, bruh. Say, Drake, you gotta hang it up, bro. You're gonna have to hang it up. You're gonna have to hang it up. You're gonna have to hang it up.
Industry where when something is new, everybody talks about it and tunes in because they are interested. What we are seeing from this is that Drake is really at a point where there is just no interest in actually listening to what he has put out, maybe beyond a quick first run through. And I mean, even compared to other albums that we have talked about that have came and went, when it comes to SSS for You, this album is just bad and really in this...
It's too low vibrational. He's still promoting SEX, man. He's still promoting that. Like, yo, the people are joyful now. We hype right now. Ain't nobody trying to go in the room and close the door. We on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? We on the dance floor. He trying to keep us in the bedroom. Nah, man, he about to be draining all my energy in no bedroom. We out here having fun, listening to music. This dude, man.
This era in the worst way possible, because aside from one song where Drake raps, the performances are just so devoid of anything that they are not even worthy of being talked about because they are so forgettable. And I mean, when it comes to Drake trying to put out a record in this time that can compete with everything in the industry, even for his new standards where the bar has already been so low, deciding to make a record with this boring of music, especially after coming off the Kendrick beef, was one of the worst choices he could have possibly made, because really the only difference between this album and For All the Dogs is that while both are terrible, at least on For All the Dogs, for the purpose of making an album where people would talk about it, from the features to all of the disses and along with all of the other things he was doing, while the music was not good, Drake at least knew how to make conversation about his music no matter how good or bad it was. But here, the music is just so lackluster that beyond saying that and looking at its impact and effect on Drake's career like we are now, there is just nothing to actually make you think and talk about the greater portion of the music as a whole. And so with all of this, it's truly wild to say, but it's looking like Drake's run and everything he has ever represented really is over. Because he just doesn't even have the ability anymore.
And he said, though, he took the words right out of my mouth. It's really over. And you know, people who was obsessed with Drake, like, oh man, he gave me so much upliftment. Oh man, he's the reason why I felt cute. Oh man, he destroying everybody's mindset. Hey, look, for all y'all that Drake helped uplift and all that, okay, bro, you gonna have to dig from within yourself. You know what I'm saying? You need Drake validation and all of that. That ain't the way to go, bro.
Or to make the masses want to listen to his music, because even compared to someone like SZA and the Lana Deluxe she put out for SOS, even a deluxe of an album that dropped years ago was able to outperform how this record did. And now with Drake losing to every single person pretty much who ever tried to create a problem with him, it's really just so telling about the moment we are at as a whole. And now as this record really has no popular songs so far, and again, the only conversations being had about it is how the Drake era is over and how bad and boring the record is, and there is nothing further going on. When more numbers for this album come out and we start to see how this thing ages.
Party Next Door need to get away from him. See, everybody feel like they indebted to Drake because he did the little stimulus package thing. Yo, I put y'all on it. But that was an even exchange because they had to give him most of the song. So, bro, y'all feel 21, Lil Baby. Y'all feeling indebted to this dude. You're not. Go and walk away from this guy, man.
I am sure it's all going to get even more terrible, and while Drake fans and OVO are definitely going to try to deny the reality we are seeing, and they will make their same old excuses to defend the guy, which we are already starting to see, and with the narratives that are trying to get pushed, it really is just as bad of a way of taking an L as we saw when Drake lost to Kendrick but did not want to admit it with The Hard Part 6. And so all in all, when it comes to the failure of this project, and really, I mean, if you compare this release to when GNX came out, if you're really into hip-hop and music...
Ain't no comparison. Ain't no comparison. You can't even compare that. You can't compare that.
You can tell the difference of when an actual album comes out that commands the attention of everyone in this era and when something as ridiculous and forgettable as SSS for You does. And so overall, while Drake fans are going to deny just how bad the downfall of Drake is in this time, and they will continue to make every other excuse for him than just admitting that the music is lackluster. Right now, we are currently seeing, and we'll only see more of that with this album.
I've been hearing that word a lot lately. Lackluster. I gotta look that up. What did that mean? I gotta look that up.
It's not just going to be the biggest flop of Drake's entire career, but it's going to be one of the biggest moments in hip-hop and music history in terms of when everybody realized for good that an artist's run is over. And so now with all that said, let me know. What do you think?
I'll let you know. He's spiraling out, man. And we here for all of it. That's right. That's right. We here for all of it. I'm going to be reporting and helping reporting on all of it. I don't care if I don't care what it is. We're going to be reporting on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this Party Next Door. And they said Party Next Door just came out and opened his mouth. They came out, yep. It said he came out, opened his mouth. So he went from playing with his nose to opening his mouth. All right, we about to check that out too. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this though. Because he's crashing out. Now you trying to blame the people for not listening. You trying to rock everybody to sleep. You trying to rock everybody to sleep with this trash, man. For real, bro. I couldn't get through it. I had to skip all through the joint. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know what y'all think. And make sure y'all leave a like and subscribe. Big Kish signing out. I'm gone, y'all.